She goes to Stacks here with an update on the resilient Jenkins. It was a medical emergency with the baby.
You're only gonna focus on the fact that I fucking have this shirt on, that I'm in the fucking grimy ass bathroom. And this is the reality of not having a fucking village, bro. Because my fucking baby, my 10-month-old baby, just had a fucking seizure. I mean, I don't like posting this kind of shit normally because it's like people will make the video about anything but what I'm going through, and you'd be like, you fucking deserve this shit, and just all this like bullshit about like not acting like I'm human, and this stuff is tough to fucking go through because I don't get to be there with my baby. I just have to stay here and take care of the rest of the kids, and I have nobody to call to take the rest of my kids, and my freaking milk is reminding me that I'm not with my baby. This is the only clean shirt I have right now, so fuck off. Fuck off if you're insensitive, like, fuck. Sorry for cussing so much. That was a scary enough situation for the kids, so. I had to come in here and gather myself before I go back out there.
Went and woke Drew up. He said he was taking a nap in the room. She was taken to the hospital by Drew, and people were saying, oh, why didn't Stephanie go? There were TikTokers that were saying, you know, she goes and she breastfeeds the baby. And this time Stephanie went with the baby to the hospital, and she wanted to be known that she was breastfeeding the baby. I know this was to her haters. Drew goes on live to try to explain the situation, and let's just say he didn't make it any better, and Addie didn't make it any better.
She went to the hospital on Tuesday as well. No, she's not falling off the couch. There's no thuds. There's none of that. Hey.
So now it's like you're telling everybody that the baby went and had a seizure, but why is this little girl in the background saying that the baby fell off the bed? That doesn't make sense at all.
Yep, so, yeah, I don't know if the baby fell off the bed because I wasn't here. But if you're not going to accept it, you can just be peaced out. I don't really care. That's just weird energy. I'm telling you guys what's going on. You want to be weird about it.
Kids are in the background. They're hungry as hell.
Until dinner, I think Cheerios and all that kind of stuff is going to be... no, it's not about too much. I'm not sure what you guys want for dinner, but I'll figure it out in a little bit. You guys come home and eat the house up before dinner, then don't eat dinner. The reason we have a certain rule about things because they won't eat their dinner. So this is not what the live is about. The live is about the baby.
Have you seen the amount of food that she gives them? Like, this shit is crazy. Inmates in prison eat better. As a father, he should educate himself. He's talking about the seizure, and he was like that they told him that it would take several days because the baby's brain is fizzing.
Kind of delirious. I don't know exactly what that means, but they're going to. They said all the brain, whatever, is still fizzing.
He needs to lay off whatever the fuck he's smoking on. Like, seriously, both of them do. It's just making them more stupid. And you say you have autism? Yeah, I don't think that's helping. Stephanie wanted to address, remember the video that I did? So I did a video not too long ago. Basically, Stephanie was going and washing dishes inside of the Crack Motel bathtub. It was so disgusting. Washing her dishes, and everybody looked on the rag and was like, what's that thing that's like crawling, that's small and white? Oh, a maggot. Well, guess what? She had to come out and go, oopsie, guess what? Gotcha. You thought I was doing this, but I wasn't doing that. Like she has a habit of doing, even though she knows she went and did it. She came out with an update, and she wanted us to know that, in fact, in this picture, as you can see, they were ramen noodles in that video, and it wasn't a maggot that we saw moving. So all of us need to go to the eye doctor. We also need to see a psychologist, because according to Stephanie, the pathological liar, right? We did not see a maggot. She went and posted how she went and took the kids to the rock museum. Somebody came out and made a comment and was like, yeah, you know, basically she should have took them somewhere else out of all places, a rock museum. Like, you know, damn, that's boring or whatever. And then Stephanie comes out, and in her reply, she somehow brings up Desiree that has nothing to do with nothing after like a paragraph that basically they don't have money from donations from people, okay? Like Desiree does. And that's why Desiree takes Deshaun basically to these places, and people are comparing that to her life. If you want to go ahead and give her money, you can go ahead and do that. Go ahead and give us some money because we can't get our lives together and shit like that. We got like 10 kids. Go ahead and do so. And it's like the audacity of this woman to go and say something like that and then bring shade to Desiree, who's just minding her business, hasn't been talking about her lately. She's been very quiet on TikTok and all that. She hasn't said nothing about Stephanie, but Stephanie goes and brings her up. And it's like, yeah, well, if we had money from the GoFundMe, we would take our kids to nicer places. So you have to depend on other people for you to take your kids out, to do activities, for them to live life. That's really sad. That's not the definition of a mother. In all honesty and beyond honesty, let's get straight to the bullshit. And she's talking about she doesn't want people knowing her business and stuff like that. She landed herself in the hospital. She has a stone. That was of just a little while ago that she went to the emergency room. You're still doing it. She says she doesn't like to do it because she doesn't want sympathy and she doesn't want people feeling bad for her. Nobody's fucking asking you to tell us in the first place, and you're still doing it. So make it make sense. Smokey dokey. Like, I don't understand. And he also brought up on Facebook the allegations that people are saying that baby fell off the bed, okay? That baby did not just go have a seizure, and if so, the seizure was brought on by some sort of alleged brain damage if the baby allegedly went and fell off the bed. So she went on Facebook, and this is what she had to say to people on her post. Stephanie went on live, subs only, and on this live, she started saying that she wants to do this series. One part, this is the part that she started off with. She wants to talk about the relationship between her and her husband, Mr. Thompson, that's serving life in prison, okay? The PDF file. So she wants to talk about that because people don't understand what she went through.
So something I've been wanting to do with my sub-only content is like just different like series parts. Just kind of like an in-depth get to know me type of thing. One of the series would be like how I got with my ex, what I was like at that age, and just like why I would even go for someone like that, because there's a lot more to it than people actually know, and they claim to know my story. They claim that I was just all aware and yada yada yada. Anyways, so
once again saying that she didn't know anything, but before she admitted that she was so naive, she accepted things that this man did with eyes shut and then blamed it on her parents, and all of a sudden called herself a victim, and this was like a week ago. Are you fucking kidding me? To think that she's a mom, that is so scary, like a personality trait of a pathological liar who she's still legally married to, who she's making excuses for when it comes to getting a divorce from him, you know, because it takes so long. But she's been saying this for how long? And then all this time, the divorce would have been finalized. She posted another video of her cleaning, you know, mom content and stuff like that. It was so fucking disgusting. How can you say, once again, she's like, oh, and I clean up every day, like people don't believe her and stuff like that. She says she cleans up every day, and this is what the fuck her house looks like. This is what her bathroom looks like. She says that her kids are afraid to flush the toilet. I think we have some piglets running around in the nicest way because they are children. We have a little piglet, 1 or 2 or 3, some piglets running around, and they learned it from mommy and daddy. That's what. If you look on the floor, you see underwear just laying there. Who's just taking that off and dropping it in the middle of the living room, and then that stays there all day until you clean up? You got to be fucking kidding me. The toilet bowl filled with urine, disgusting. It's just so nasty. I have to blur it out because I didn't want to look at it. I don't want to look at it, let alone let you see that. So I'm blurring it out because it's so nasty. And you're saying that you clean up every single day. So basically a bunch of pigs living inside that small ass room. Has anybody heard of, hey, you throw this out in a garbage bag? No, at this point, I don't think so. These kids look like they don't have structure. They weren't taught manners, because if you look on the floor, there's just stuff that shouldn't be on the floor. It should be in the garbage. Like, you know, put your shit back where it belongs. And it's like, what the hell? And she wants to come off as if she's the cleansiest person and I'm so clean. And then she's like, no, accept us for who we are. We're really messy and stuff. And it's like, that's really disgusting. That's like beyond, that's a whole nother level. A whole nother level. And then you're not teaching your kids to clean up after themselves. Like, yeah, you're doing a lot wrong. You need to get it together. If you like this video, go ahead and comment and let me know what do you think about the latest updates on the resilient Jenkins and their drama and their bullshit, their misery, and how they're not resilient. I'm trying to get this chair to go up. That's pissing me it's pissing me off. Okay. Now I can't breathe. And everything is about to fall off the desk. Let's do this again.